Hey everyone, and welcome. So when you hear the letters AI these days, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For a lot of us, it's probably a chatbot, right? But that is just one single tool in a massive, and honestly a much more exciting toolbox. Today, we're going to pry that box open and really explore what AI is doing in the real world.
So let's cut through all the headlines and the hype for a second. What are people actually using AI for, like right now, to solve actual problems? That's the big question we're going to dig into.
You know, the best way to wrap your head around this is to stop thinking of AI as one single magic bullet. Instead, picture it as this giant toolbox. And inside, it's not just one hammer. It's a whole collection of specialized instruments, and each one is designed for a very specific job. So today, we're going to open up a few of those drawers.
All right, so let's pop open that first drawer, the Personal Toolkit. This is all about how you, right now, can combine a few pretty simple AI tools for your own personal growth. For example, building your very own personalized language tutor.
Okay, so check this out. This is a super practical workflow you can literally use right after this. First, you find a YouTube video in the language you're trying to learn, one with good subtitles. Then, you can actually grab the video's entire transcript right from YouTube. From there, you just copy any sentences you're struggling with, pop them into Google Translate, and hit that little star icon to save them. Then, Google Translate can export all of those saved phrases straight into a Google Sheet. And now for the brilliant part. You copy the stuff from that sheet and paste it into a free tool, something like WordWall, and it instantly creates a custom matching game for you.
And here's the real magic in all that. You've just taken something totally passive, like watching a video, and turned it into active, hands-on, gamified learning. It's not some generic lesson plan, it's a game built from the exact words and phrases that you had trouble with. It makes your study time incredibly efficient and totally personal.
Okay, so let's close that personal drawer and open up the next one, the Business Toolkit. We're jumping from personal projects into the corporate world. But you'll see the core idea is exactly the same, using specialized AI tools to solve specific and often really tedious problems, just on a much, much bigger scale. I want you to picture this, because it's a classic business headache. Imagine you're a CFO, and your accounts payable team is just drowning. They're buried under a mountain of invoices from vendors, and they're manually typing in all that data. It's slow, it's expensive, and it's just a recipe for mistakes. You would absolutely be sitting there thinking, come on, isn't there a better way? And of course there is. It's a tool called Invoice Capture. Now, this isn't some generic do-it-all AI. It's a highly specialized solution that uses tech like Microsoft's AI Builder to look at an invoice, doesn't matter if it's a PDF or a photo, and intelligently pull out all the key information. It completely gets rid of manual data entry.
So what does that automated journey look like? Well, invoices come in, and the AI just immediately gets to work, pulling out the data and checking it. If something looks a little off, like maybe a purchase order number doesn't match, it gets flagged for a quick look by a human. But for everything else, that data just flows straight into the finance system. What used to take hours of someone's day now just happens in moments. And that doesn't just make things faster. It frees up your finance team to actually do the strategic stuff, the interesting work, instead of just being data entry robots.
Okay, so that's one problem down. But what about this other huge time sink in almost every company? You've got your sales info over here in Salesforce, operations data in SAP, and customer support tickets in Zendesk. Your team wastes an incredible amount of time just bouncing between tabs, trying to find answers.
And that wasted time, it is not trivial. We're talking huge amounts. Get this, one company found that its sales team was spending half of their entire day just searching for information. But after they embedded a specialized AI chat widget right into their Salesforce platform, they slashed that search time by 50%. That's a massive, massive gain in productivity.
And the fix for this is actually, deceptively simple. A tool like the AINX Layer widget can be deployed with just one line of code. It taps into all your company's unique knowledge, all those scattered documents and databases, to give instant answers right where your team is working. And the result? Well, you get fewer support tickets, sales cycles get shorter, and there's this huge boost in efficiency because the answer is find your people, instead of the other way around.
All right, so we've looked at personal tools. We've seen business tools. For this last drawer in our toolbox, we're going to go under the hood. What's actually powering all of this stuff? What's the foundational layer that makes any of these specialized apps even possible?
Well, the answer is this whole category of services called AI hosting. And you got to understand, this is not your standard web hosting, not even close.
AI hosting is all about providing the heavy-duty machinery. We're talking access to super powerful hardware like GPUs, specialized software, and all the tools you need to train and run AI models reliably and at a massive scale.
And you're probably sensing a theme here. Just like with every other tool in the toolbox, there is no one-size-fits-all answer. The platform you choose totally depends on the job. If you're building a full production-ready application from scratch, a platform like Northflank gives you that whole end-to-end environment. If you're a big company already deep in the Amazon Web Services world, SageMaker probably makes the most sense. And if you just want to get an open-source model up and running as fast as possible, Hugging Face is your most direct path.
And this is so important. Choosing the right infrastructure is what separates a cool demo from a real product. This foundational layer is what lets an AI application actually scale and perform reliably out in the real world. It's the difference between a cool science project and a real business. So after peeking into all these different drawers of the AI toolbox, what's the big takeaway from all this? The future of AI isn't about one giant all-knowing brain. It is all about specialization.
I mean, we've seen it from top to bottom, right? Whether we're talking about a personal tool to help you learn Polish, a business tool to automate your invoicing, or the infrastructure needed to power a global service, the story is always the same. The real progress, the real value, it comes from building these sharp, focused tools that are designed to do one thing and do it exceptionally well.
And that just leaves us with one really exciting question to think about. We are just at the very beginning of filling up this toolbox. The tools we have today are already changing how we work and how we learn. So, what comes next? What new, incredible, specialized instruments are we going to build to solve the challenges of tomorrow?